morning, pretty fools. It's Princess Jules. So today I've been requested to do a video by Electra. What's up, girl? So this video is I'm just gonna talk about how to apply bronzers and blushes and a little bit of contouring, like bronzing. You know, many girls probably out there know how to do this and some don't. So I'm just here to help you guys out. So you guys want to learn how to do this, then keep watching. Okay, so first of all, there are like 4 types of brushes that I would use to bronze and blush. Okay, so the first one would be just a small round blush brush. So it's just really small and it'll fit on the apples of your cheeks. So smile and tap there. Okay, and my second brush would be a large paddle brush. Okay, it's very narrow and would just fit like under the cheeks like that. The third brush is a contouring brush. Okay, so, or an angled brush. So it's just really angled. So that's another one. Or you can use this brush. People call it the skunk brush, or the stippling brush, or the bronzing blush, or the blush brush. Sorry, I'm just getting really tongue twisted here. But these are the 4 kind of brushes that you would normally use for a blush or a bronzer, but you can definitely use whatever that works for you. But these are the 4 major ones that people would actually use and I would use. So for blush-wise, blush is pretty easy to apply on. So for example, here's a blush, and I'm just going to dab some and just like that. And make sure you want to tap off the excess because you don't want a harsh lines around your brush on your face, right? So blow and smile and just tap it on the apples of your cheeks, just like that, in circular motion. Make sure you blend it in there, honey. Blend it like that. You know. So on this side, just on the apples of your cheeks, you see where that circle around is? Some girls like to drag it all the way back to their, to the ear, so they just like to drag it up here. You can do that if you want, so just on top, like that. Like that. Okay, so that's basically brush. And for the bronzer, or you can use this kind of brush for the blush too. It just really blends really easily into your skin. But for a bronzer, I have this little concept that I came up with when I was in high school, and I thought it was pretty smart. You know, in like geography class or biology class or whatever class, you have to color in maps and stuff, like continents and the world maps and stuff. And you know how some people like outline the continents with the blue, like a dark blue or whatever color you're using. So we're gonna use blue. Dark blue, and then they would lightly shade in the continent with the same blue, but like lightly, you know, so that way it stands out. So I took that concept to my face. So just imagine your face is a giant continent, say continent Princess Jules. Okay, so this is my continent, you know, here are my my outside and stuff. Here's the black hole in there, and here's like cave nostrils, and you know, you have your mountains right here and stuff, so, and craters. So that's what I came up with. And so I would use my bronzer around my face, so that way my face will have that pop, you know, because when you look at those coloring continents papers, whatever, your coloring things, they actually stand out more. So I was like, what if I took that concept and put it on my face? Your face would pop out, right? So here's a bronzer, and I usually use this brush for bronzing because it's just really less time consuming because it's so like large. It's the M.A.C 134 paddle brush. It's really narrow and thin. It just fits perfectly under your cheeks and your cheekbones. So I just put it here, and I just go back and forth to make sure I blend it in really good. Okay, like that. So that's kind of like a contouring. I use this for contouring too, my bronzer. So like that, and then I would take a little bit, and then I would just outline my face. So just, you know, blend it. You're not gonna see a harsh line because you're blending it really good, right? And just gives it a nice glow, and it will make your face look really dimensionalized. Is that a word? I just made that up, but dimensionalized, and it'll just make your face pop and glow. So you just want to put it all around your face, around your continent's face, and just under the chin, a little bit here. You know, you watch videos where you're like, where the sun hits and stuff. I'm like, the sun hits me everywhere. But, you know, you just put it under there. So that's my little concept on bronzing, you know. You can use the contouring brush because it might be easier for some people. It fits under the cheekbones. Or you can use the blush brush. You know, it also works as well. Or the stippling brush. I use this for foundation. just because it just gives me that more of a flawless finish. But you can also use this with bronzer, and it just really blends it really nicely in there. So it just depends on, it's like a personal preference, so whatever you like. But that's my little theory that I like, and yeah, I hope this was helpful somewhat. But you know, there's never a right or wrong answer how to apply stuff. Like, it's just personal preference and how you like it. But I was thinking about the blush, you know, I don't just blush on my cheeks, I blush like all over my face, like I turn tomato head. So what am I supposed to do, honey? Am I supposed to take the whole damn thing and just place it all on my face? No, I'm not gonna do that. But I hope this was somewhat helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day. Till next time, I will see you later. Bye!